Mona see the way this man stay fool himself. He don't go disgrace himself for interview. Anybody wey dey think to vote for APC, wey dey fight for APC party, that person he need to go for psychiatric whether he head correct. That year wey be say he take shout for journalists, that time don pass. This time around, we go put pepper for una yansh. Una don too much. Una don destroy this country. Obedient, I go play the video for una, but Mona wait first. Mona dey share this video. Mona dey share am. All my fans dey share am. Make you see am. This man open mouth talk say we never suffer reach. This man open mouth say we go pass more pain first before the fit make this country better. Even dem sef wey be APC sef. Reason na Nigeria, Mona think very well. How good Lord Jonathan sef to leave this country? How much he leave fuel? How much he leave diesel? How much he leave gas? How much he borrow then? How much he borrow? Anybody wey dey campaign, wey dey sing song, dey follow APC. After all the your sign wey Allah dey show you now, wey God dey show you, you see dey sing song, dey follow them. My brother, they need to open your brain, make you calculate your head very well. As you strike APC regime, flood. See this flood alone sef when they destroy everywhere. Now the flood, now sign from God, from Allah. Lagos, oh, when I get ready, the flood don't near Lagos. The flood now don't near Lagos. They will destroy some house now for Lagos. Yes, now Tinubu build Lagos. There is no governor for Lagos where build them. Now only one build them. Now him be God. Flood don't near Lagos now. Una go feel the pain very soon. APC time, snake swallow money. APC time, bandits, kidnapper everywhere, insecurity. Even the president self with the family never get any help for the poor masses. Every blessed day, killing for east, killing for north, slaughtering for different place. Una no use una billions stay fighter. Una wey build Lagos, no use una billions stay big camera follow everywhere. Una dey wait now. After you say una wan start for Buhari for stop abomination. Make una go rule una children. Atiku PDP, that one in short sef, that one na failure right from time. See, Mona get this mindset. Anything wey make Atiku now become president of Nigeria, this man dey very desperate. He don lose election reach 3 times. All him money wey be say he don waste then, he go collect am for una head. Yes, man wey get mind. This country be, no do am since then. He no come visit. Just imagine now. Atiku dey come Benin, he dey come Edo State. I never even know sef. Na that day when they come Benin, na that day I hear am say Atiku dey around. Come on, Peter Obi, Larry, just Larry. Everywhere dey shake. Come on, Larry, no be say Obi na come. What about say if Obi come? Una don fail. APC and PDP, una don destroy this country. Yes, now look the time the 36 states we get now. Na APC and PDP dey rule am. Yes. And all the old governors, or even the president, we don't know they give us Boko Haram, insecurity, different things. We are going to increase rice and we put up for Buhari head. Increase fuel. Even good Lord Jonathan self leave fuel for 19 naira. APC Mona pack una note, Mona don't fail. Anyway, Mona watch the video.
Is how, because I probably will be speaking with 4 million of Nigerians. Well, that's my duty as a journalist. I'm the mouthpiece of the Nigerian people. And they'll be asking the question, not what you want to do or how you want to do it. First and foremost, you've promised Nigerians in that document that you are going to fully deregulate the downstream sector of the petroleum sector in this country. Can you tell Nigerians what exactly your campaign council meant by that?
Well, I believe that we meant precisely what we said. Total deregulation, step by step. Of course, there are issues with that, because when you deregulate, there is some pain that is felt by those that have been affected by such deregulation. But our duty as a party and as a government is to ensure that those pains are ameliorated to a certain degree and a certain extent. So yes, that's the path that has been chosen. That's the way forward to effect what we believe will be the best thing for the Nigerian people. But whatever it is that may affect their fortunes in terms of hardship as a consequence of that policy will be looked into, and the necessary palliatives will be put in place to ensure that the pain is not too much. But as a policy, that really is the only way forward. So that's probably what I'll say about that for now. We have the right policy, the right objective, and we'll handle it in the right way. And that's the path. That's the only way forward. That's the only way forward for the sector and for our economy.
Should your party win the election, you'll be taking that decision on behalf of the over 200 million Nigerians.
Yes.
And perhaps, let me ask you, you don't belong to that ladder or the cadre of the Nigerian society that feed with $1 or less than $1 per day. Perhaps you may not be able to understand just how much pain some Nigerians are feeling today. And if you're asking Nigerians that more pains are coming, is that fair?
Well, it's fair simply because the pain is the pathway to great success and bliss. And that's the message that has to be pushed across. Yes, there will be pain. Anybody that tells you the road to economic recovery is devoid of pain is not telling you the truth.
Is that fair? That's the question.
But if you want to achieve an objective of a good economy, a strong economy, to the benefit of those very people you're talking about, you must tread that path of pain. And unfortunately for us, we've got ourselves into this situation over the last, 60 years of governance in this country, whereby we have to take the painful decisions to put us on the road of recovery and ensure that we get the very, very best for our people at the end of the day. So those pains will come, but there will be palliatives. There will be ways of managing that pain and extending a hand to the people to take that pain away throughout the process. But at the end of the day, which is the most important thing, once the policy has been achieved and is in place, it goes for the very, very best in terms of quality of governance, quality of the economy, standard of living, and so on and so forth for the very people that you're talking about. That's the only way forward.
Yeah, it does feel fair if it's been analyzed. But for those who are feeling the pinches, for those who are feeling the pain directly, might see it differently. And you're talking about your party that has ruled this country in the last 7 years, and you're asking Nigerians again to vote for you, and you're asking them again that you will feel pain. There will be pain. Whether or not they will accept your party's program in that direction is up to the voters. And let me ask you, you're asking them that they will feel more pain. Can any pain be more than an inflation that is almost a 2-decade high? An unemployment rate that is over 30%. An inflation rate that presently sits at about 21%. Is it fair to say they will feel more pain?
Well, look, these are very difficult times, not just for Nigeria, but for every country in the world as a consequence of so many things. And you and I know this. And it's all very well for us to harp on the challenges and the difficulties of the last few years and the present statistics of today. We are talking about the promise for tomorrow. And we are saying that this is the right road to take if you want to, for example, ensure that that sector that we're talking about goes from bounds to bounds and does well to the benefit of the people. Things have been difficult. There's no question about that. And I won't sit in front of you and tell you that everything has been perfect. But the fact of the matter remains that we mustn't give up. We must look forward. We must tread the right path, and we must do the right thing, make the hard choices in order to ensure that we have a better tomorrow for all of us. If we sit here and say no to deregulation, no to this, no to that, simply because we want to deceive the people, and then we implement those policies behind their backs, as it were, through the process of deceit, that will be worse. We are saying it as it is. We're telling you that these are hard choices that need to be made. It's rather like somebody going to the dentist. Let me use that as an example. With a rotten tooth that is decaying, you're going to go through pain taking that tooth out. But definitely there will be injections to ensure the pain is ameliorated to a certain extent, but the tooth has to come out. And when it comes out, it'll be a better thing for you, for everybody, and for those around you. And of course, a new tooth will grow and you'll be a better person for it. That is what we are dealing with here. So I'm not too concerned about the past. I'm concerned about the present, and I'm concerned about the future. And I'm saying that what needs to be done must be done to ensure that we have a better tomorrow for our people. They deserve that, and we must tell them the truth.
You will be concerned about the past, because that is one thing that your party has brought this country into. The past is part of what we are dealing with right now. And let me bring you to not so far past.
I'm saying this on live TV. Put that thing down. Let me address. What type of stupid question is that? What type of stupid question is that? Bankrolling who? Do you know who you are talking to? I will not take any questions from this man. What type of insulting question is that? Which bankroll? To do what? Who can give me money for anything? Who do you think you are talking to? Bankroll what? Go and report yourself to your publisher. Bankroll what? Please don't insult me here. I don't want to take any questions from this man. Very stupid. I could see from your face before you got here how stupid you are. Don't ever talk to me like that. Who do you think you're talking to? Bankroll who? You think that I'm one of those ones you'll be from who? From how? When? Where? How? You have a small mind. Very small mind. Don't judge me by your own standards. I've been in politics since 1990. I'm not one of these politicians you think will just come. I've been locked up how many times by this government? Suffered. I've been persecuted. Unlike most of the politicians you follow for brown envelope. You. Don't ever judge me by that standard. I spend, I don't take. And I'm not a poor man. I've never been and I will never be. Bankroll how? Don't ever suggest that to me. I'm sorry, that was deeply insulting. I don't often get annoyed in press conferences. I've been doing this type of thing for many, many years. Don't you ever make that kind of suggestion to me. Bankroll who, a former minister, a lawyer. Don't ever try that with me again. No. Don't, please. See me well. Don't ever. All right? I have a short fuse. Okay? Don't. Try it with others. Don't. I won't just say right now. I will hit you hard. Don't. And if anybody sent you to ask that question and gave you brand new, go and tell them you got more than they bargained for to do it. Very rude. It's not the standard of daily trust at all. And I will report you to your publisher.
Just one question when they ask, and just one question that this man provoke. After some days, when they beg for forgiveness, say something happened to him in the verse. That is a guy, that one Old Testament. Una must go this time around.